sometimes you have that eye-to-eye conversation with yourself, and you have to level up. Level up where you came from, where you are, where you're going, and things of that nature. And there's a lot of, there are definitely a lot of distractions out there, from, just trying to survive, and, what it boils down to, how you level up and stay grounded, is purpose, right? Is purpose, especially for, for us men out here, black men. We got to stay on purpose, man, and, the reason why, I do this content, the reason why, you see me uploading, gear and just different creations of things of that nature, not because I'm trying to blow up, not because I'm trying to, be some type of influencer or nothing like that, because, how I retire and how I do my thing, that's something totally separate. I don't rely on, on this and social media and monetization and things like that, in order to, for my retirement and how I'm going to live. I use that more for, to level up and to stay on purpose, right? And I do that through my creativity. Like your purpose, man, it could be anything, man. See that car right there? That's a limited edition Corvette, man. They only made, like a little over 1,000 of these cars with this engine. That's why they called it, that's why they call it that. It's like a racing engine. And so, it's been garaged. I don't drive it much. It's been garaged probably more than I've driven it, so, I haven't done anything with it. And, in a few years. So that could be my purpose, right? That could feed into multiple, multi-purpose, multiple purposes in my life in order to stay grounded and to level up. So yeah, get it back on the road, tinker with this Corvette. Like I said, this car right here, this is one of my purposes. I got my property. I can tinker with that. There's work I need to do over there. There's work I need to do on this property, staying on purpose with my retirement, tinkering with that. Those are the things that are going to keep me grounded, and not be so focused on the things that I used to be focused on as a young man, namely women, namely running, chasing, paper chase. It ain't so much as that anymore, because I'm moving into a different chamber now. So I'm more of a connoisseur of life. I can still paper chase, but I ain't running behind everything. You know what I'm saying? I may still, really enjoy the value of time with a woman, but it may not be sexual. It could be more of companionship. You know what I'm saying? Just to have that feminine energy around me. So as you get older, you become more of, you should be, more of a connoisseur of life, because you got those years behind you and those experiences behind you, and you should be, leveling up, man. And that's my little thing on purpose. I was walking through the house about to go watch the game. I was like, purpose. Let me run out here and talk to the people to let them know, about staying grounded and about purpose. And the reason why I do this, the reason why I do this live, the reason why I'm standing here is not because I'm trying to get, I'm on the underground, man. I'm underground with it. Not trying to get 1 million followers, and I don't need people following me, because you can't go where I'm going. You see what I'm saying? You can't go where I'm going. Only a few people are on that road that I'm on.